you keep the main thing, is whatever that might be for you. And I know every coach is different in what they're trying to do within a program and for kids and stuff like that. But whatever your main focus is, keep that the main thing every single day. And
welcome back to First Down presented by CoachTools. I'm your host, Justin Titchenell. Episode 126 featured Mike Cerasuolo, the head football coach at Springfield College. Coach Cerasuolo has a 54-22 record in 8 seasons as the head football coach at Springfield. Today we spoke about the importance of commitment, tradition, and brotherhood within his program. He also advised the audience to focus on the present and not worry about future opportunities. So let's dive right into the content, and I hope you enjoy.
thanks for having me, and appreciate the opportunity to come on, talk a little bit about Springfield football and any other avenue we go down.
Yes, sir. So Coach Cerasuolo, he's a fellow Division III player, just like myself, in his 22nd season at Springfield College, 8th as the head coach. So to get things started, Coach, can you just share with the audience about your background and how you've ultimately taken over at your alma mater?
Yeah. So, I was recruited out of Algonquin Regional High School, about an hour and 15 minutes away from here, and to Springfield, and stepped on campus and knew it was a great fit for me. A number of my high school coaches and physical education teachers were Springfield grads, and they knew I wanted to get into teaching and coaching, and obviously we're pretty good background for that here at Springfield. And so came up for my visit, loved it, and decided to come here. And it was obviously recruiting was a lot different back then, so it was a little bit different deal as far as the process. It was more or less you came for a visit, you liked it, you came, and that was kind of a done deal. And then graduated in 1993. Was fortunate to go up to Ithaca College and GA up there under Coach Butterfield, who was a legendary Division III football coach and had won 3 national championships. So got a great learning experience up there. And then from there, met some good people that helped me get a job at the University of Maine, where I was fortunate to work under Jack Cosgrove, another tremendous mentor of mine who was at the head of Maine football for a long time and then just took over Colby a couple of years back. From Maine, then was fortunate to get back to the Division III level with Coach Dave Murray, who was a Springfield College grad when he was at Cortland. So went to Cortland for a little bit, then went to Lebanon Valley College, then went to Alfred University with Coach Murray as well. And then Joe Gilbert, a guy who I worked with up at the University of Maine, took over the Mansfield University job and went down to Pennsylvania and coached that with him for about a year. And then, like I said, was fortunate that Coach left here, Coach Chris McKinney, and took the Maine Maritime job. So I was able to kind of slide in as the offensive coordinator back in 2001, and it was a great time to take it over. They just finished up an Elite Eight run, so it was pretty cool to come in under those circumstances and then work with Coach DeLong again.
Definitely. So can you tell me what that experience was like, actually coaching with the guy who recruited you?
Yeah, it was great. He was a tremendous mentor when I was an undergrad, and then obviously kept in touch for years and years afterwards while I was kind of figuring out my career path as a coach. And then when he called up and we were talking about actually we were talking about another job, and he said, "Hey, this is going to open up. Do you have an interest?" And at the time, I was like, "Yeah, let's take a look at it." And obviously a chance to come back to your alma mater and a place that you believe so much in. The type of kids that we have in the program and how we wanted it run when I was here to, when Coach Long was here for so many years and knew exactly what the expectations and standards were within the program. So I wanted to be a part of it. And like I said, was extremely fortunate that he hired me back, and I've been here ever since and plan on being here for a long time until they take my keys away. So
Yes, sir. And I'm a strong believer in you stand on the backs of the people that came before you.
mhm.
Looking at your background and your career over the past 8 years, you've had a 54-22 record. So obviously had a lot of success over the past 8 years. Can you talk about if you had to pick out the top 2 or 3 things that you've learned from the
Yeah.
coaches that you've worked with, what would those top 3 things be?
Yeah. Number one is surround yourself with great people. I think that is so important. Obviously the coaches, but the kids as well is exactly what you get out on a football field and off the football field is what you're recruiting. And I think the more good people that you can surround yourself with, the more advantages you're going to create for yourself and your team as well. So I think it just starts with surrounding yourself with great people, and you got to have conviction. As too many people make decisions based off emotions and feelings and things like that. And we talk to our kids all the time is make your decisions based off convictions and principles. You got to stand for something. And, as much as things change, in the football world and recruiting and everything else like that, you still got to stand on your convictions. I think that that's so important for young people as well, is that, they have the courage to do those things. And we try to establish that, and understand why we're coaching at this level too, and again, our value system and the mission of this program is to develop better men, brothers, and players, and we don't waver from that. And again, it goes to this is the conviction of the program. The wins will come. The product will take care of itself if you take care of that process of surrounding yourself with good people, having conviction, and understanding why you're coaching. And I think we do a great job of that here at Springfield. And whether or not we win or not, again, I don't ever think the scoreboard defines you. But the people that you're with will. And so I think that's just such a big part of this program and what we're trying to build and the standard we set.
For sure. And I see behind you, you have tradition, and I believe it says brotherhood right behind you too.
Yeah, commitment, tradition, brotherhood. It's kind of we have a few different mantras, but that's one has really stood the test of time. And just kind of the thought process, commitment. When a kid commits to us, and we tell them it's not just that 4 year, it's 40 years and beyond, is that we're going to commit to you as well, is know that you're going to get our best effort every single day that we step foot in this office, is that best effort for you as a player, but more importantly, as a person as well. And that, tradition, we've been around for 133 years, next year will be 134th. So getting kids to understand that they got something to uphold here, that there's been a lot of people that have come before them, and there'll be a lot that come after them as well. So while they're here, is don't blink. That's a small capsule of time, but you have a lot of people that are expecting great things from you on and off the field. And then that brotherhood aspect is, like I said, is that I think that's so important to us, is that, it's bigger than just the game. And we want that to be the case for these kids as well while they're here, and so far beyond those same principles that we're trying to teach on a football field, we want them to carry over, in their life, and brotherhood is such a big part of it, so that the wins will come, but they're not going to remember all those things, but they're going to remember the people they met along the way.
Yeah, and for any of the athletes out there watching, you're really not kidding when you say don't blink. And
Yeah,
I can look back at my time and I'm like, man, I can't believe my freshman year at college was going on 7, 8 years ago at this point. And it really does go like that in a blink. So those traditions and those values that you learn as a Division III player, and I can speak from experience at Gettysburg College, those are things that you're going to take with you not only in your career, but like you were saying, coach, throughout the rest of your life
yeah,
in all aspects, whether it be like family, personal life, and also in your professional career.
yeah, without a doubt. And I think, again, we have a ceremony at the end of the year called the burning of the old shoe, that the seniors get an opportunity to stand up and speak. And you start obviously on the outside of the circle as you're a freshman, and you move closer and closer. And similar to, again, we actually light a shoe on fire, and it's like the flame of the shoe, it signifies your career, is that it burns the brightest but eventually it's going to diminish and it's going to go out, and your career is going to be over. But all the memories that have taken place over the last 4 to 5 years, those are the things you're truly going to cherish and you're going to remember for a lifetime. Like I said, we're going to win a lot of games, but we're going to do it with the right people, and try to embrace those experiences along the way.
Definitely. So what number of year is this for you overall, not just the Springfield?
Uh, so 30 years.
Okay. So if you had to go back like 30 years ago when you were just getting started off coaching and you had to tell yourself one thing as a coach, what would that be?
Yeah, commit, you know, is just that, just like players, is that buy-in factor and being where your feet are, no matter where you're at. I think too many times people are always thinking about the next opportunity. Commit to where you're at that moment in time, and the things will take care of themselves. I truly believe that. I bounced around a lot when I was younger, and that's kind of the lifestyle of a young coach, is just trying to get as many experiences and opportunities as you can. with the right people and just figuring out your personal philosophy and ultimately taking a little bit from everybody. But then once you kind of know who you are and what you want to create and what you want to do, then you can really kind of establish it. But no matter where you're at, is just make that full commitment to those kids and to that program. Because again, if you're too concerned with the next opportunity, you're not taking advantage of the one you have right now. And I just you won't have as great experience either, like just dive into these kids. I mean, that's what makes coaching so much fun is being around these kids and the other coaches. And we're very fortunate here. We have 8 graduate assistants on staff, so we have a young staff that we're constantly coaching, and they're trying to constantly grow in the profession. But we just repeat to them over and over and be where your feet are and focus on this right now. The next one will take care of yourself if you take care of this one, and experience these kids like there's nothing like it when 18 to 22-year-old kids and you have the opportunity to really help them become the person they want to be.
Yeah, and I love that part when you were just saying, "Be if you take care of where you're at, the next one's gonna take care of itself." And I
Mhm.
think just similar to what we were saying with the playing days and the values that you learn as a player, I think that applies for anything. And just
Without a doubt. Yeah. Yep. I think it's that the world of instant gratification, as we all want it now. And delayed gratification a lot of times is the best. It's something that you got to earn and you got to prove it and every single day. And similar to what we talk to our kids about, depth is for a day. It's no different on our coaching staff, is that you got to come in each day like it's 4th and 1 and try to live your life like that. Like there's a sense of urgency, with what we're doing, and not as much necessarily as the football side of things, but just the development of this program and of these kids.
Yes, sir. And I actually had a mentor tell me something similar to that, just a day one mentality. And that's something that I try to bring every day is no matter what you did in the past, you have to reprove yourself every day. And it's like that 4th and 1 analogy you made there.
Yeah,
So that's pretty cool.
yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, there is no compassion on 4th and 1, so
Yes,
you
sir.
either get it or you don't. So
Sir.
each day you got to try to earn it.
Definitely. So any last words, coach, you want to share with the audience today?
No, just very appreciative having me on, and hopefully got a little bit of insight. And I always leave it with, I think, just having a clear guide of who you want to be as a coach and where you want to go, and make sure that you keep the main thing, is whatever that might be for you. And I know every coach is different in what they're trying to do within a program and for kids and stuff like that. But whatever your main focus is, keep that the main thing every single day. And, kind of that old statement, control the controllables. And that's what we try to do here.
Yes, sir. Love that as a Philly guy. The keep the main thing, Jalen.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Cool. Awesome, coach. Well, thank you again. Really appreciate your time and best of luck as you guys continue with recruiting.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck as well.
Thanks.